We have an update on the investigation into a child left on a school bus. A mechanic found a Williams Township student asleep on the bus last Monday after all the other kids had been dropped off. According to the school system, the child was left alone on the bus for about 45 minutes. This morning, we received word from the Columbus County Sheriff's Office that the district attorney's office chose not to charge the driver. The sheriff, however, has asked an outside agency to re-examine the facts of the incident, and that investigation is still pending.